When the script flips, Jalen Hurts steps in as Shedeur Sanders suffers second setback in 11 days. For Cleveland Browns rookie quarterback Shedeur Sanders, the NFL dream seemed to be unfolding perfectly just 2 weeks ago. He was fresh off a commanding preseason performance, 2 touchdowns, sharp reads, and an authoritative 30-10 win over the Carolina Panthers. His throws cut through the August air like precision arrows. His decision-making showed a veteran's calm, and whispers of a possible quarterback battle began circling in Berea. Sanders had not only shaken off an early camp sore arm, but he looked like he was writing himself into the Browns' future plans. The hype was real. Cleveland fans, weary from years of quarterback instability, began daring to believe that this rookie, a 5th-round pick out of Colorado, might just be more than a developmental piece. He was fun to watch, confident in the pocket, mobile when needed, and unafraid to take chances. For a franchise long haunted by QB questions, Sanders represented fresh hope. And then, as quickly as momentum builds in the NFL, it shattered. An unwelcome interruption midway through a joint practice with the Philadelphia Eagles. Sanders' story took a cruel twist. While running drills, he tweaked something in his midsection, an oblique injury, the kind of setback that instantly changes a coach's script. Just like that, the Browns' QB room, already resembling a medical ward, had another name on the injury list. Kenny Pickett and rookie Dillon Gabriel were already sidelined with hamstring troubles. Deshaun Watson, their $230 million man, is still rehabbing and won't see the field in 2025. The Browns were operating with veteran Joe Flacco as their primary healthy starter. And now, the rookie who'd been turning heads was forced to shut it down. For Sanders, the injury is more than a physical setback. It's a test of timing. In the NFL, preseason reps for a rookie quarterback are like gold. Every snap matters. Every read, every throw, every audible is a brick in the foundation of trust between QB and coaching staff. Now, those precious reps belong to someone else, and Sanders has to watch from the sideline. A conversation that mattered. The injury itself might have been the headline, but what happened in the minutes after practice said even more about the young quarterbacks standing in the league. While most players filtered back toward the locker room, Sanders remained on the field. Standing next to him was Eagles superstar quarterback Jalen Hurts, fresh off a Super Bowl 59 appearance and widely regarded as one of the NFL's most respected leaders. They talked, not for seconds but for a long stretch, the kind of exchange where you can see advice being absorbed and encouragement being offered. Hurts, ever the composed professional, later spoke about their conversation. "We had a very lengthy conversation. He came to me and just wanted to talk. I'm always there. I'm supporting him and wishing him nothing but the best." It wasn't just lip service. Hurts even gave Sanders a ride toward the locker room, a small but telling gesture of solidarity. The two quarterbacks might be at vastly different stages of their careers, but they share something deeper, an understanding of the mental grind that comes with leading an NFL team. Hurts knows the loneliness of rehab, the pressure of expectations, and the sting of watching from the sideline. For Sanders, that connection might prove more valuable than any film session. Cleveland's quarterback carousel spins again. For head coach Kevin Stefanski, the Sanders injury creates yet another puzzle in an already chaotic preseason. Before the setback, the plan was simple. If Dillon Gabriel couldn't go in the Browns' upcoming preseason clash with the Eagles, Sanders would get the nod. "We were always going to play our young guys a lot in these games," Stefanski had said. "We'll see how it shakes out." Well, it's shaken out in the worst possible way for Sanders. The Browns now face yet another depth crisis at football's most important position. With Pickett and Gabriel questionable, Sanders sidelined, and Watson unavailable until next year, the burden falls on Joe Flacco to soak up most of the reps. The front office acted quickly, trading for Tyler Huntley from Miami just to ensure they could field a complete quarterback room. But in Cleveland, this isn't a one-off problem. It's a recurring nightmare. The shadow of the Watson contract looms over every quarterback discussion. That fully guaranteed $230 million deal was supposed to stabilize the position for a decade. Instead, it's been a masterclass in worst-case scenarios. Injuries, absences, and lingering doubt about whether Watson can ever reclaim his elite form. Watson's fight to prove them right. Deshaun Watson himself has tried to change the narrative. In recent weeks, he's posted workout clips on Instagram. Crisp footwork, smooth throwing mechanics, and a determined glare. Training alongside his personal QB coach Quincy Avery, Watson captioned one video with, "7 months and we back at it. More glory, folded hands, dark skin. Small things to a giant." The message was clear. He's coming back, and he wants Cleveland to believe the investment will eventually pay off. But belief is in short supply among Browns fans these days. They've heard promises before. They've seen workout videos before. What they haven't seen is sustained, winning football from the man who was supposed to be their savior. The rookie's reality. For Shedeur Sanders, the road ahead is uncertain. The Browns haven't given a timetable for his return, and preseason is short. Miss too much of it, and the opportunities to prove yourself vanish. A rookie fifth-round pick can't afford to lose momentum, not when roster spots and future snaps are decided by what happens in these August games. Still, there's a silver lining. Sanders' presence on the sideline after his injury, watching every rep in 7-on-7 and 11-on-11 drills, shows a commitment that coaches notice. He wasn't in the training room sulking. He was engaged, tracking plays, and staying mentally locked in. That's how young quarterbacks earn trust, not just with what they do on the field, but with how they handle adversity. Why this hurts Cleveland more than it seems. At first glance, losing a rookie for a few preseason practices might not seem catastrophic. But for the Browns, who have lived in quarterback chaos for decades, every injury feels like another twist in a never-ending cycle. Sanders represented a spark, a chance to change the conversation from who's healthy enough to play to who gives us the best chance to win. Now the questions are back. Can Flacco hold the fort without overextending himself? Will Tyler Huntley be ready to run Stefanski's system on short notice? And most importantly, will Sanders get another shot to pick up where he left off before the injury? The Hurts factor for all the speculation about depth charts and injury timelines. The most lasting image from this episode might not be of Sanders walking gingerly off the field. It might be of him and Jalen Hurts side by side, deep in conversation about the craft of quarterbacking, the challenges of leadership, and the importance of resilience. Hurts didn't have to spend that time. He didn't have to offer that ride back to the locker room. But he did because he remembers being the young guy trying to carve out a place in a league that doesn't wait for anyone. That moment won't heal Sanders' oblique, but it might help heal his mindset. The waiting game in the coming days, Cleveland will update Sanders' status. Maybe it's a quick recovery, and he's back in time to get a few more preseason snaps. Maybe it lingers, and the rookie's first NFL summer ends on the sideline. Either way, the Browns will keep shuffling quarterbacks, hoping that when the regular season kicks off, they'll have at least one healthy option they trust. For Sanders, the challenge is clear. Get healthy, stay engaged, and be ready when the next opportunity comes. For the Browns, it's another chapter in a saga that has tested the patience of even their most loyal fans. And for Jalen Hurts, it's just another quiet act of leadership, the kind that doesn't make highlight reels but leaves a mark all the same. Because in the NFL, the script can flip in an instant. And when it does, sometimes the most important plays happen long after the whistle blows.